All right, what's going on, y'all? So for the past few videos, I had a couple people asking me to talk more about my rig that I have for my A7S III. And so that's what we'll be doing today's video. Now, all the parts you will be see, I will make sure I link down in the description below, but like this video is not sponsored. So all the stuff that y'all seeing, I bought my own bread. You feel what I'm saying? So if y'all like anything, I do get a kickback from Amazon, Adorama, if y'all do purchase anything. But I want to show you all my, it's my rig for interviews. Some may call it a cinema rig, whatever the case is. I feel like the word cinema is thrown around so loosely now, anything can be cinema. So, but this is the rig that gives me the most functionality and the most versatility when I am filming these jobs. And to be honest, this does fulfill that whole client perspective thing. So when the client see this, they don't see that it's like a Red or a Sony FX6 or like whatever the case is. All they see is all they see is a camera with a whole bunch of cables and a matte box, and it looks professional. So, if you're at a position right now where a cinema camera doesn't make sense for what you're doing, or you don't want to spend the bread on the cinema camera, build you one out. And I promise you, your clients will never be the wiser to it. So let's get to building. So first things first, on my rig, it's definitely gonna be the K3M adapter. I'm not gonna do this. Like I hate when people do this. It's like I'm waving at. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But yeah, it's gonna be actually. Let's take this off first. Actually, it's gonna be the top handle. Now, for those who don't know, you can actually get a top handle that supports the K3M adapter, and this handle also supports the Panasonic cameras too, if you had an XLR module for that. And it actually comes with like this little lever here that you can use to lift up, right? And then you can put the K3M adapter in there, and now you almost got like pretty much FX3, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, if you wanted an FX3, but you had an A7S III, here you go. Next, we're gonna actually use the mounting plate. So I got the 8-inch carbon fiber rods. Like, carbon fiber rods actually are a huge difference in regards to weight in comparison to the aluminum joints. I definitely recommend the carbon fiber rods from Small Rig, and this top handle is from Small Rig as well. And this quick release plate is actually from Canvas. Like I said, y'all, it's whoever had the parts I bought. So here's how we're looking right now. Next, we have the ZG Cine battery plate. Now this, let me talk about this real quick. Now, this is a good battery plate. However, one of my main gripes about this battery plate is it is very hard to get the V mount in and get the V mount out. So like right now, like as you can see, it's not in there. I gotta slam it down in there, which I'm not a fan of. Like, I honestly don't like that. And then trying to get it off, it's just, it can be cumbersome sometimes. So, but the great thing about this is it actually has an on and off switch. So if you actually have something like you're doing power delivery, or you don't want them to eat up your V mount the entire time, you actually have a switch where you can kill power from the V mount and power to your camera and still conserve your V mount battery. It does have power delivery, and it has two D taps, 3 DC ports for two 12 volts and then one 8.4 volts. And then you have the USB A out here and then two USB-Cs up here. I mean, as far as like versatility and functionality, like the ZG Cine battery plate, honestly, like I would say it's probably my top recommendation as far as V-mount plates goes, because I don't really see a lot of V-mount plates that actually has all of these ports, the functionality and adjustability of this arm, this lever here. So you can go ahead and adjust that, tighten that up, and just make it fit any which way you need. So first thing we're gonna do is actually open the A7S III screen up, slide this on there, tilt it, whatever we need to do, and then tighten up on the actual rods itself. All right, and like already out the gate, you know what I mean? And it's already kind of like looking like a big boy camera, right? And again, the reason I like this here, because like you don't have like a lot of stuff blocking you from being able to close your doors. If I want to flip this and then lay it flush with the body, I could actually do it with this. And other V-mount plates is usually kind of hard to do. So if that was a concern for you, this V-mount plate battery actually does solve that and check the boxes for that, okay? Next, we're gonna go with the Small Rig side handle. Now, what's great about this is that my cage actually supports the NATO release. So all I gotta do is just slide this up on my cage itself. I don't even have to use like a different, different quick release. It just slides right on. And now I can adjust this handle. I can adjust this handle as I see fit. Now, I will say something about this handle, like it does kind of like get stuck sometimes, if you will. Like right now, it's kind of being kind of wild on me. But yeah, it does kind of like get stuck sometimes. So there's something to kind of be mindful of. It's a great handle, but yeah. Actually gonna use the Ninja V Monitor, again, this is another small rig piece, and it actually comes with a quick release clamp. Because the thing about it is, like, if you are gonna like build up a cinema rig, you want to actually be able to take everything off very quickly, especially when it's trying to like break down. So yeah, I like my stuff to be very, you know, just very quick and ready to break down when I need it to. Next, we're gonna use the Condor Blue cable for D-tap to the actual port itself here. I'm gonna swing that around, plug this in. All right, we got the HDMI cable, run that straight into the Ninja V. Then we had a power delivery cable, which it's very, I mean, that's kind of like self-explanatory. You plug that straight into the USB-C port on the A7S III itself. Last and final thing is the map box. Now, I know people want to look at this like the small red map box and think like, man, this little video map box, who, you know, what are you flagging off and stuff like that? I get it, you know what I mean? But to be real, yeah, I have to keep something in mind. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress my client. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's one thing I will tell you all. If I have to kind of give you all one word of advice, like, don't sit there and try to impress your peers. Impress the people who are paying you. Your peers are the one that's paying you. And to most clients, when they see this, right? So let me go ahead and just hook this up. Now, I do have the Highland Mars 400S Pro, but, you know, I don't really feel the need to hook that up right now because I don't always use a director's monitor. But like looking at this camera right here, right? If you are a client and this is the only thing you see, all you see is a wind muff up top, you see a monitor on the side, you see like, all you see is professional. Like that's it, right? And then if you turn the thing around, they don't see like what's actually being housed in this. All they see is a big looking camera with a whole bunch of cables, colored cables, and it just looks like highly professional. So, you know, don't feel so down on yourself if you don't have a cinema camera. You know, I know we see YouTubers all the time like, oh man, you know, I just bought me an Arri Alexa Mini and I just bought this and that. But it's like realistically, you know, focus on who's paying you. So this build right here gets me paid, gets me booked for $7,000, $10,000 jobs. The highest job I've gotten booked with this so far is like $16,000. So with this same exact setup right here. Not an FX6. I built out A7S III. If you enjoyed the video, man, and want to learn more about my rig and my setup, like I said, all the links are down in the description below. If you have any questions for me, you know, definitely comment it down below. And then you can follow me on IG everywhere at Brookssmedia with 2 S's. If you want to add the S, you ain't spelling it right. It's your boy Sean Brooks, and I'm out, man. Deuces.